You know, we want to be the first all-disabled team to race in the Le Mans 24-hour.
Welcome to Is It Fast, where today we are talking to Team BRIT's Andy Tucker. Team BRIT are the UK's first all-disabled motorsport team.
If you imagine you're going to a chicane at 150 miles an hour, you're going to brake, steer, gear down, off the brake, on the throttle, gear up, steer. A disabled driver needs to be able to do that at the same speed as an able-bodied driver.
So, Andy, thank you very much for joining us here on Is It Fast? First of all, if you tell us a little bit about yourself and Team BRIT and the ethos behind it, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, not a problem. So I'm disabled myself, suffer with lower leg problems on the right-hand side, scoliosis and spondylitis in my spine, trapped nerves in my neck. I've got a deformed shoulder and right hand. As you can see, my fingers do not line up properly at all. I was essentially involved in a road traffic collision back in 2013. Ended up in hospital for a span of 7 years, in and out, several different operations, treatments, long physiotherapy and rehab process. I spent, I think, a long time of that just doing nothing, and there wasn't much for me to be involved with. There's not many opportunities for disabled people. And I thought I'd look into getting back into motorsport. I used to do karting as a kid. So I thought, right, there's got to be something out there for disabled people in the world of motorsport. Who's the team to go to? Looked around on the internet and I found Team BRIT. And these guys use world-leading hand control technology, which is absolutely amazing to use. It's so different to anything that's out there. Normally you'd see a disabled person in their car with a push-pull lever. Now these guys on the back of the steering wheel have fitted the accelerator on the right-hand side, brake lever on the left-hand side, and a rocker switch for the thumbs, so you can change gear up and down, quite literally like a sequential box. And I thought, right, let's see if there's anything I can do with these guys. Sent them a quick little message over Facebook and just said, I'm really interested. You know, is there any way of getting out in your cars and giving it a go? And the team owner, Dave Player, replied pretty much straight away and said, well, actually, you know, we've got a disabled race academy that we're setting up this year, and you know, would you like to come and have a go? And instantly, like that, jumped at the opportunity, you know, grabbed it with both hands. Went and did my first day with them back in April of last year. Absolutely loved it. The hand controls are so amazing to use. It was really, really easy to get to grips with them. More so being part of the whole PlayStation and Nintendo generation, you know, we're all fingers and thumbs. So yeah, went out, smashed it for the first time. Luckily not into the barriers, just around the track. And yeah, from there it's been,
nice to meet you and just absolutely
thanks for coming along and destroying one of our cars. Absolutely loved the experience. So I just attended for a good few more sessions. I think that rolled up through to August, and then in September checked my emails and I had an email from Dave inviting me to be part of the team for this season, and of course snapped the opportunity up straight away again, and here we are. You know, it's been a crazy ride, really amazing journey to be a part of, and it's given me so much to look forward to and completely changed my life for the better.
It's incredible, isn't it? What a bit of racing and a bit of healthy competition can do, really, isn't it?
That's the whole ethos behind the team, I think. You know, their little motto is believe and achieve. You know, you've got to set your mind to the task to accomplish something, and they really do instill that into you. You know, they take good care of you in the academy and try and show you every single step of how to become a racing driver, and push you to be as good as you can be in the car, you know. And fair play to the boys and girls there. They've done an amazing job with the academy. It's got bigger and better this year with more cars, more people coming through the doors as well, which is great. You see all sorts of different disabilities coming in. We've had people who are paraplegics from the chest down, you know, and completely can't use their legs, to people with cerebral palsy. Two of the boys in the team this year, they've got autism. And the way that their brain works, it's phenomenal. You know, it's all mathematics and it's like a supercomputer. It's the only way to explain it with those boys. They're so quick around the track. Bobby Trundley, who's the top boy in the team, I'd say, he's phenomenal behind the wheel of a car. Crazy. It's so inspirational, even being around these guys. It's just a great place to be. It's probably it's, well, easily the most inspirational team in motorsport is the only way I could put it.
When you're trying to start something new, it's always a bit of a challenge, and it's great to see that. The kind of the spirit of competition, but also that camaraderie that you get when you're part of a team is being shown in a way that is also such a great leveler.
Well, that's the thing. It's a level playing field. You know, I think it's the only sport out there now where disabled people can compete on the same level playing field as able-bodied people. And the other fantastic thing about it as well is when you step out of the car, you know, and someone thinks, hang on, he's on crutches, or that person's in a wheelchair, and they've just flown past me at 120 mile an hour, 130 mile an hour. What's going on here? You know, it's a fantastic feeling. The way that people react to it, I've never seen a bad reaction. You know, everyone's always friendly and come up and chat with us, and they like having a little look and watch of the simulator that we've got, because obviously we've got the hand controls on there as well. And the only way I can put it is it's absolutely amazing. It's completely changed my life. And from this, I just wish if there's any disabled people out there, you know, if you're stuck in your situation and you don't know what to do, look towards motorsport. There's always going to be something for you there, whether it's being part of a team, marshalling, you can even do that. You know, motorsport is the most disability friendly sport that is out there, I'd say, at the moment.
You mentioned there about being signed up for this season, which is obviously a quite a thrill. The other very obvious thing, I think, is that this season hasn't started. Not at least not in the real world as was. You've managed to get as a team and as an individual into the sim racing world.
We've been pushing that rather hard the last couple of weeks. We actually did a race yesterday with Freddie Hunt, James Hunt's son, who's a very famous Formula One driver from the 70s. And that was an absolutely amazing experience. BRIT Car, the series that we were due to be racing in this year as well, have also set up an E-Series, which is phenomenal. We're racing against David Brabham, the owner of Brabham Automotive, and you know, there's some seriously good racers in there. Our driver coach as well, Max Coates, he's actually one of the drivers in that. And yeah, it's just great to be able to be sat at home, you know, competing against some of the best drivers that are out there at the moment, in my opinion, and just having a right old laugh. You know, it's so chilled out. You'd expect it to be quite frantic, but it's just a good old laugh, something to do while we're in this little pandemic period. And yeah, I hope it actually continues whilst the season goes on, because it's really sociable. You know, it's a good time, it's a good laugh, but it's also chaotic and competitive as well. It's brilliant. You can trade paint without the actual repair costs afterwards, you know.
You can have as many offs and bin it into the kitty litter as much as you like, and it's not really going to, in the physical world, it's not going to make too much of a big difference, which is, you know, it might dent your pride, but maybe not anything else. So
yeah, my pride got dented a few times at Spa the other day racing in the BRIT car, but managed to pull off a 5th overall, which wasn't too bad. So we'll be pushing it harder, I think. You know, we've got a few of the team members doing it. Bobby Trundley's racing in it with me. He actually took home a class win at the last race. Darren Cook, who's our videographer and photographer, he's racing in it as well. So it's quite good fun. You know, we have a little Discord chat and we give each other a bit of banter and winding each other up while we're going around, and you can't really do that in a real car. So yeah, I can see the big appeal of sim racing and why a lot of people get involved with it. One of the brilliant things with sim racing now as well is the team's actually created a set of hand controls for people to use on a simulator. Al Locke, who's our engineer, has put together this fantastic piece of kit. I believe it uses a Fanatec steering wheel system, but then he's obviously input the paddles on the back, and you've quite literally got the paddles here and then a shifter either side with your fingers, and it's a game changer again. You know, Team BRIT are constantly trying to evolve the way that motorsport works, and it's amazing. I love just how hard these guys try to push the message across that you can do anything you want if you're disabled now.
You know, there's lots of different ways of raising awareness, but the way that you guys do it at the team level, but then also involved in all those different championships, it's making a point, but not in a, you're not trying to kind of guilt anybody into anything, and you're not trying to make an overt statement. It's like, you know, these guys struggle with certain things, but that's part and parcel. Look what they can do rather than look what they can't do.
You know, they try to take the phrase disability and completely twist it and turn it on its head. You know, we're constantly smashing people's perceptions and breaking barriers, which is what people should be trying to do in life anyway. It's just putting a positive message out there that, you know, simply said, as the team's ethos and little motto is, believe and achieve. It works so well. You know, set your mindset to it and you can go and do it.
We'll try and look into the future a little bit. One point, the season is going to start again.
Yeah.
You guys, as a group, are competing in BRIT Car Series. But how do you rate your chances, and also tell us a little bit about the other championships that someone can come along and watch you guys compete in?
It's going to be hard fought, that's for sure. You know, we're racing in BMW 116s in Class 7 in the Trophy Series, but then we've also got Bobby and Aaron Morgan. They're taking the Aston Martin GT car that we've got and competing in the Endurance Championship. So it's going to be hard pushed, but I think we've got pretty good chances. I mean, for me, I just want to get out there and race. You know, I'm not that bothered about podiums. As long as I can get out there and compete on a level playing field and change people's perceptions and attitudes towards disability while I'm out there, that's my personal goal with it. If we can snag a few podiums along the way, brilliant. If we can make an impact upon people's lives and show them, look, you know, disabled people can actually compete in sports alongside able-bodied people. If we can show not just people in Britain, but people across the globe, just how hard you can push yourself, then that's my goal. You know, I just want people to see that being disabled does not matter and should not matter. It shouldn't change the way people look at you, the way people think about you. I'm sure I've had some strange looks from people when I'm out and about on my crutches, and they think, oh, you know, why is that guy in a race suit? But at the end of the day, it's because I've worked hard to get there. You know, the process for a disabled person getting into racing is very different to yourself or anybody else that wanted to get into motorsport. We've got to sit the yards test and prove that we can actually get out of the car within 10 seconds, which, you know, is generally a case of opening the door, fling yourself out on the floor kind of thing. It's something that I'm really looking forward to doing, getting the season underway. But the one big goal and aim that we have as the team is we want to get to Le Mans. You know, we want to be the first all-disabled team to race in a Le Mans 24-hour. I believe there's a separate garage called Garage 56, which enables cars with, you know, modifications for disabled people to take part in the race. We don't want to use that. We want to be the first all-disabled team to actually be put into the starting grid at Le Mans in the same way that everyone else is. You know, it's all about trying to create that level playing field and changing perceptions, making sure that we're included in the same way that everyone else is.
And why the hell not, essentially?
Exactly.
You know, you've got the tools. Yeah, like every other racing driver and racing team, just practice, right? Just get used to the environment and just get better. You mentioned there about kind of the pathway to getting into a seat. Yeah, if you could tell us a little bit about, there's the academy that goes alongside and feeds the team essentially at Team BRIT.
Yeah, so we've Dave set up this academy also because he loves seeing the reactions of people and how it can change them and inspire them to actually get out there and try new things. So he set up the team. I think the team started in 2015 and the academy started end of 2018 to start of 2019. Set up just to give disabled people that little experience of motorsport and take the good drivers from the academy and put them into the team. Fair play, he's managed to get a few people through the academy and into the team racing. We've got a new rookie now who was in the academy at the same time as me, Luke Pound. It's very different because normally with a race academy or something like that, you just turn up, jump in the car and off you go. Now, you turn up, you have your little driver's briefing in the morning, you're straight off then into the garage, and we've got this amazing 3-screen simulator from Vasaro, full motion rig with the hand controls on it, so you can actually get to grips with the hand control system before you go out in the car. And that's a big advantage because it means if you are going to go off using the hand controls, you're probably going to go off in the simulator. No damage to the car. Everyone's happy. You know, the mechanics have got less work to do. It's a really, really good stepping stone into motorsport as well, more so for disabled people. It is open for able-bodied people as well. But for people who are disabled and struggle to use their limbs, you know, it's fantastic. The way the academy works is essentially you come in and you'll do your session on the simulator, and then they'll put you out on track with a professional driver coach. We've actually got Max Coates from the Clio Cup Championship last year. who's our driver coach for this season. I'm not sure if he's doing that with the academy as well, but we do have a professional sim trainer while you're there. He'll show you how to use all of the hand control systems. There's plenty of really, really good instructors that are there, and they won't just put you in the car and let you do your own thing. They will actually teach you how to drive the car the second that you step in there. You know, you go out for a good couple of sighting laps with the instructor in the driver's seat, showing you exactly where he wants you to turn in, where you need to be braking, where you need to get on the throttle, where you need to get off the throttle. And they just try to push you the entire time that you're there. There's not a single moment where you feel out of your depths or out of your elements, because you've got this amazing crew of people behind you that all understand exactly how hard you need to push yourself. You know, it's not a case of going out there and just wobbling around the track, you know, like you see some people do on a track day, which I've encountered many a time. I'm not quite sure how I've managed to overtake McLarens in a BMW 116, which is quite an experience in itself. But yeah, you know, the academy's got a good few cars. We've got the BMW 118 now that we're using, a VW Polo, and people look at that and think, oh, it's only a little Polo, but it's got 240 brake horsepower, so you know it does go some.
Yeah, they shift.
Yeah, it does shift, and more so with the DSG box in there and the hand control system. The gear shift is quite literally instantaneous. But we've just got a BMW M240i as well, and that thing's kicking out close to 500 brake horsepower. So yeah, that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I hope they give me the keys to it and let me have a few laps. Can, I believe, also let people out in the Aston, which costs a little bit more, obviously, but you know, that's an experience in itself. The noise it makes in the morning. Poof, hello.
That's going to wake the neighbours up, isn't it?
It's you mentioned the range of cars there. Is there a particular reason why the team and the academy have gone for those cars in relation to the tech, in terms of making it easier for the hand controls to be installed, or is it just they're bloody good cars and any racing team should try and grab them?
The BMWs will show you exactly how to drive a rear-wheel drive car properly. You know, they've got such good technology in them anyway. When you fit the hand control systems into them, I say they're a damn sight better myself, you know. But the Polo is a good starting point for people because it's a nice small car. We've got it left as almost a normal car on the inside. You know, it's still got the original seats. Yes, we've got harnesses inside it for the seat belts, but it's to make people feel comfortable when they first attend, and you know, not just go, right, we're going to take you and throw you into a race car. You know, there's got to be that little transition period across into a full-blown race car. I think part of the reason that we've gone for the new BMW now as well is the fact that it's just such an absolute weapon on track. You know, it's so fast. It'll knock the socks off a BTCC racer, I think. You know, it's that quick, it's that powerful. You know, all of the cars are designed to push you that little bit further and get you to build up your confidence and your ability on track. The same as the team. It's there to push you and get you to build your ability up. So yeah, I don't think there's any particular reason why we've chosen those cars other than they are good driver cars and they will help you learn to the best of your ability. The Aston that we've got, that's full, I think it's GT4 spec, you know, fully stripped out, caged, buckets. It's an absolute monster. You know, it's a fantastic car. Yeah. You can get some seriously quick lap times in it. And the other side is, it's British. It's, you know, it's British engineering at its finest, just like the hand control systems that we use. British engineering at its finest.
What's coming up next for the team and you guys from an E-Series perspective? Where can someone watch you guys race until the season starts for real?
So they can follow us along on Facebook. We actually put a live stream up of our races on there. We've got a Twitch account as well. So again, live streamed up through there. Simply Race have jumped on board with us. So you can, again, join on their Facebook page or their Twitch account and watch. I believe every single race now is being recorded as well so that we can put it up online. BRIT Car Endurance, they've got their own separate YouTube account, which the footage will go up onto after the race. But if they can just follow us at Team BRIT Racing on Facebook and Instagram, all of the drivers can be found on there. You know, if there's any companies out there that want to sponsor the team, get in contact with Dave Player. If there's people that want to get the hand control technology on their simulators, contact Al Locke, who's our engineer. There's so many different ways now that people can actually get involved with us, and social medias, you know, it's everyone's got time in their hands at the moment. Let's face it, it's only a little click and a little follow, but it helps us out. The more people that we can get out, can get this out to and inform that, you know, Team BRIT exists, we have this technology, the more chance there are that someone that they know is disabled can look into it and get into motorsport themselves. You know, which is at the end of the day what we're all about, is just pushing people to not just better their driving skills, but become better people at the end of the day from it as well. I mean, I suffered with post-traumatic stress disorder and mental health issues my entire time of my recovery, and it's helped with that as well. So it's not just physical disabilities, it's the mental health aspect that it has, even for autism, Asperger's syndrome, anything like that. If you know someone who is suffering from any of those disabilities or mental health issues, contact the team, whether it be through Facebook, Instagram. I think we've got Vimeo as well, YouTube account. You know, just send Dave a message and say, look, you know, I'm interested in motorsport. Can I get involved? The answer is going to be yes. You know, there's never a no. There's never a closed door. It's an open opportunity for anyone that's out there, even able-bodied people. So just follow us along, come along for the ride, enjoy the season with us. You know, come along to a few of the races. I think we'll be at Donington, we'll be at Brands Hatch, Silverstone, all the good circuits in the UK. Come along and say hi.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Is It Fast. Best of luck for both the real season when it starts, but also in the virtual one, as it's already in the middle. So yeah, I hope that the good luck carries on.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Stuart. Really enjoyed myself. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you once again to Andy for joining us on Is It Fast. Make sure that you follow Team BRIT throughout the 2020 season, and make sure that you give them a little like on Facebook and on all the other social media platforms. Make sure you follow Is It Fast on your social media platform of choice to watch more car news, interviews and general four-wheeled fun.